Entrepreneur's Rocket Fuel. I'm excited. Today we are going to talk about how to follow up on stale leads. Well, those are the leads that have been in your car or your wallet or your desk for a million years, and you know that you need to follow up with them from that event that you went to, but you don't really know how to follow up or what to say to them. And so it always comes out a little difficult if you follow up at all. It's something like, hey, I found your business card and I forgot who you are and what we talked about, but you gave me a card, so you must be interested in buying my stuff. So here's some of my stuff that you can buy. And that's about the worst email in the world to get. And so definitely don't send those anymore. So we're going to tell you what you can send instead. Does that sound good? And first off, the first thing I want to say is that these are not stale. These represent human beings, and human beings are not a piece of bread that gets stale over time. They're people. They're human beings just like you and me. And so if you start thinking about them as people instead of stale leads, you're going to position your whole brain just right for this next piece. All right. So what you want to do is make it not really about you. That's the secret. You're going to make it about them. And you're not actually going to talk about how long it's been since you followed up. You're just going to leave that entire thing out of the puzzle, right? Because when you say it's been 4 months since I got your card and I've completely forgotten what we talked about, all you're telling them is that you have really bad follow-up skills, right? So we're going to teach you a way that you can actually make this so that your follow-up skills look remarkable instead of terrible. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to start out by saying, hi, so-and-so, we met at XYZ event. And the event is wherever you picked up these business cards. Now, hopefully you remember at least that. Hopefully you remember, like, I got this batch of cards at the, the Women's Entrepreneur Show or whatever it was that you went to. And so you know, like, something about them. I mean, if you don't have anything, you can say a networking event, or maybe you go regularly to networking events that follow some plan, like the Health Expo or something like that. And so you probably need to reference where you got the lead from. Now, if you got the lead in a string of leads, like on a spreadsheet or uploaded to your computer or something like that, and they all came from one place, you can just reference that. Like, we met because you came to the, the trade show or whatever it was. And that's completely fine. We met at that trade show, even if it's not a physical card, but it's a list of people that you need to follow up with and you haven't yet. Well, that's how you do it. You actually reference that event, but then there's more. So you say, we met at XYZ event and we talked about whatever you guys talked about. Now, if you don't remember, you're going to leave that part off. But in the future, when you go to these events, make sure that you write on the business card exactly where you were, like what event it was and what you talked about. All right. So that they know how you picked up their card and you know how you picked up their card so that you can reference it. So you say, hi, so-and-so, we met at XYZ event and talked about ABC. All right. And then you say these words, instead of saying anything about, I haven't followed up with you in forever, you actually just say, I would love to know how you're doing now. It doesn't reference any time frame at all. It's just, I would love to know how you're doing now. And then you can ask, how's your business? How's it going? And leave it at that, right? So that opens the conversation again. And now suddenly that stale lead has become a human being, and that relationship has grown from cold to warm at that point because you're actually asking them about them. So if you go to your stale leads, the human beings that you picked up business cards from right now, and you reach out with this message, hi, we met at XYZ event, talked about ABC. I would love to know how you're doing now. How's your business? You're warming up this person and this relationship as well. So now you'll be able to have that as the conversation opener. And now you can follow up with them again. Hopefully they'll respond and you can take the conversation from there. If you don't, then in a few days later, you can follow up again. But really, this is an opportunity to reactivate a relationship that's gone cold with a human being that you meant to follow up with in the first place. All right, folks, I'm Kimberly, creator of Entrepreneur's Rocket Fuel. Cheers.
Hey folks, so if you like what you heard and you want to get on more stages, come check us out at Speakers Playhouse. It's a free event, happens every single Thursday from 10:30 a.m. to noon Pacific on Zoom. It's a virtual opportunity to connect with show hosts and other speakers who are looking to get on platforms, whether it's podcasts, radio shows, TV shows, web summits, webinars, or real live in-person stages. We would love to see you at Speakers Playhouse. We have a lot of opportunities to be able to connect you with people and stages that can get you in front of the right places. So come check it out at speakersplayhouse.com. And if you've created your own stage, come and find guest experts to speak on your stage as well. I'm Kimberly Crowe, and we'll see you soon at the Playhouse. Cheers.